One of the most exciting trends in 2025 that we have come across is the smashed taco trend. And it's just not for tacos. This trend involves creating tacos out of other dishes that wouldn't necessarily be tacos before. And Sarah and I have been trying different variations of this trend here on our channel with a lot of success. So we're excited to try this new twist on this trend today, which is a smashed gyro. Or is it a gyro?
Gyro?
A gyro? How do you say it? It's a pretty popular dish here in the Chicagoland area. If you're from this area, you would know that almost every restaurant on the north side sells gyros or gyros.
So there's a large Greek population.
Is that why?
Yeah.
And you know, gyros, I guess it is low carb, but sometimes it does have filler, and it comes in this big log that they put in a fire, and then you shave it off. And that seems like a lot of work, honestly. And some of the gyro recipes that we've come across, they are quite labor intensive, and so when I saw this trend, I'm like, we definitely have to try this today. I'll just be honest and say that I have eaten gyro. I have eaten it and still lost weight on keto because we are pretty relaxed, but gyros do have like filler in them sometimes that can up the carb count, and so we're gonna be making it fresh.
No fillers.
No fillers.
In our face or
right.
Otherwise. People think we have Botox. We don't.
That's just the way I look.
I'm like, wrinkle the forehead. See?
I'm not expressive here,
right.
Whatever, but someone said you have too much Botox in your face, and I went,
no, that's just how we were born.
Yeah, I'm not expressive here. I'm expressive like here. Yeah, all the other weirdo faces I make. Sometimes I watch it back and I want to cry. Anyway. So we actually got inspiration for this recipe from Maxine Scharf, and we're gonna be leaving her link in the description below if you wanna check out her TikTok or her Instagram, and you can follow her on there. She doesn't use keto ingredients like her tortillas and stuff, so we will be adding like what we use in our description below. And she does use lamb in her video, and we decided to use lamb today, even though
we've never cooked with it before.
I've never cooked with it before, but if you don't like lamb, you could use beef for this recipe. I think that the most important thing is going to be like the herbs and the flavor that you put inside this to create that kind of gyro flavor, and that's cumin, oregano. Cumin, oregano, coriander, lemon zest, mint, onions, garlic, salt, and pepper. And by the way, you need tortillas for this. I mean, you could make your own. We made our own. It was a lot of work, and they kind of turned out okay. But if you don't want to do all that work, you can buy your favorite low carb or keto friendly tortilla. We like the ones from Gyro. We like the ones from Mission. We like the ones from Aldi. Or Sarah bought these. It's like for ants.
Show the
like, come on. This has 0 net carbs. This has a couple net carbs. So like,
it's like 0.
Right. Because it's
tiny.
like eating nothing. So we're gonna get started preparing our meat. We're gonna put some minced onions.
How much meat is in here? This is
1
like
pound.
1 pound of lamb.
Minced garlic. Mint, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever cooked with mint before in a meat recipe.
I think all of these fresh herbs are really gonna add to that gyro,
coriander, cumin, oregano, as the fancy people would say, salt, pepper, zest of 1 lemon. Very fragrant.
I don't know if I've ever tasted these ingredients in a
me either.
gyro.
Probably really?
I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully this is legit.
Emily's wearing a glove. Why not?
I think that people get grossed out when you touch meat with your hands.
I agree.
Or when you have your hair down. Which is why my forehead is all showing. Anyway. Alright, let's work this all together.
Smells good. Mint, highly invasive. Don't grow your own. I've been on bamboo TikTok lately.
Really?
I don't know why. I clicked on a video or I watched a video, and now I'm watching like everybody dealing with invasive bamboo. And if you cut it, it's worse because there's seeds everywhere. I just see these people running over it with a lawnmower, but then it just spreads it even further, so.
All right, we're gonna let this sit for a couple minutes and absorb all those flavors. We're gonna get started with our sauce because the thing about this, I'm gonna sneeze.
Just put your finger on your nose.
No.
Like that. There, see? Keep going.
The thing about this trend is that it takes so quickly to cook that you're not gonna have a lot of time in between, like I would. You don't normally get a cup of coffee or anything. So we're gonna get started with our tzatziki sauce. They'll charge you like 79 cents for a tiny little container of tzatziki nowadays.
It's pretty simple to make.
Right. You grate half of a large cucumber.
Be careful with your fingers, please. Don't go fast. I don't want to hear a horror story of you missing.
Hear a horror story. You're gonna see a horror story.
That's what I mean. I don't want to.
All right, to make tzatziki, we're gonna do half of this of Greek yogurt. This is about 2 cups. Whoa, this is some thick yogurt. Grated cucumber.
Garlic.
Fresh mint.
Limon.
Limon.
Was it limon? What is lime in Spanish? It's probably just lime.
He failed Spanish.
I didn't.
I passed Spanish by memorizing the movie Evita. That's
Muy
what the whole
bien,
test was.
I don't remember that.
What? Are you joking? That's the only time I saw the movie.
I don't like high school, so I don't remember it.
I hated high school.
I purposefully don't remember anything about high school. What?
Teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil, and then we're gonna mix it all together. Now this definitely should sit in the refrigerator because it needs to like meld. Mind meld. Have you heard that before? When Sarah and I communicate, it is mostly non-linguistic. It is just mostly sighs and grunts and eye rolls.
When I used to be in meetings and stuff at work, something would happen and everyone would look at me.
Right, for the reaction, yeah. We are very expressive, except for our foreheads.
Yeah.
Into the fridge. We're gonna turn it on to medium heat with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. So what we have found is that the meat tends to shrink when you put it on the tortilla. This is a pound of meat. I would say you can make 4 probably gyros out of this. I just take a handful and put it in the center and I start spreading it out. We're making a tester for the husband. He gets to eat the tester.
We want it to be nice and thin because you want it to cook very fast, right?
And no, this is not the traditional way. Okay, we need to go there.
What do you mean?
Someone's gonna be like, actually, you're supposed to be doing it this way. And it's like, do we do anything right on this channel? No. Is it good most of the time?
Yes.
Yes.
Edible, definitely.
Edible, for sure. So in the past, this technique, we've also used it to make a smashed Big Mac.
Delicious.
Delicious, amazing. We also did a smashed chicken Parmesan a couple weeks ago. Or is it a month ago? Sarah's street is getting repaved today.
Oh, here comes the
Happy day.
machine.
Here we go.
Giant machine coming.
The giant machine that looks like it's Mad Max. And it's coming down the street with like a bunch of trucks. Yesterday, they ripped up this stuff. Today, they are putting down a whole new street.
Yep.
And screaming at people to get their cars out of the way.
We woke up to that with a tow truck screaming at people to move.
At least they tell you.
Yeah, well, they just dump your car on a different block. They don't bring it downtown or anything, which is nice.
So we have our 3. We're gonna do
minute.
face down and away. 3 or 4 minutes on this side, and then we're gonna flip it. So
I want to cook the meat thoroughly.
Ready? Ooh, look at that.
Smells really good.
So there's a lot of oil. Maybe the lamb is also pretty fatty. I didn't know that because it's the first time we've cooked with lamb on our channel. We're just gonna put the tortilla when it's done onto a plate, kind of like absorb that excess
with a paper
oil.
towel.
Yeah. Oh, and you should probably get your toppings ready. For us, it's gonna be the tzatziki, some tomato, some red onion, thinly sliced, and because we have half of a cucumber, why not throw some cucumbers on there? We got our tester here, the husband test.
Looking good so far.
Here we go. What's our next?
Don't do it too hard.
Okay, I'm gonna do tomato first.
Okay.
Cucumber. Tzatziki next. Don't be cheap. You have about a gallon of it.
That's a lot of sauce. I'm like the sauce person.
I'm a sauce gal. And then some red onion.
Which isn't really that red. Okay, there we go. Cool.
Okay, so we're gonna fry up the rest of our gyros, and we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try them.
We need a food warmer, like a food warming lamp station while we're
setting up the camera and everything down here. Wow.
A lot of flavor in the meat, with the mint and the garlic and all the spices.
I'm like touching you.
Well,
Why are we so close today?
yeah, the lamb is nice here.
Yeah, I think that ground beef would also work in here. I think that also ground beef is more common and people are more used to it.
Feels like a substantial meal.
Oh. What else was there to say other than wow?
Yeah. I think you could do it with chicken too, ground chicken.
Right.
These are all really fresh flavors here. Even they have a chicken gyro here, which is like just a ground version of it. I do believe this is a little bit more fatty though, so I wonder if chicken would work the same way, but I still think it would be really nice here.
Out of the smashed taco versions that we've made 3 so far. What would you choose?
Big Mac, this one, and then chicken parm.
I would have the same.
Really?
Yeah. I thought the chicken parm one was really, really good. Very simple, but it tasted really good. This though, it's like a different set of flavors.
It's just different.
It's special.
It's something that's like perfect for summer with all of the freshness and the herbs and the cucumber and the tomato. Everything's in season, you know, so. But they're all really good. Depending on what type of cuisine you want to enjoy.
If you guys see any other of these smashed tacos that you want us to try, I'm sure that there are others out there, but we don't see everything that's out there on the internet. Let us know in the comment section below. You can leave a link. No, you can't leave a link, sorry. But you can tell us what it is and we will try to search it and we will try it on this channel.
Yeah.
And YouTube seems to think that you're going to like this video here, so why don't you click on it and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins signing out.
Is that a respectable amount? Let's see Emily's. Oh, I'm surprised. In private, it would have been like white in general.